Hey guys, Steve from Kells RC. Meet the Dirty Virginian, my newest build. This is the UGRC Labs Dirty South chassis. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm calling this the Dirty Virginian. I am originally from Virginia, so I figured why not. So, let's go over what you're seeing now and some of the future things I'm planning on this. Of course, you see the KLRMs, those will not be on any longer. Those will be switched out for a different tire. I haven't decided which one yet. But we will be keeping the SSD beadlocks I have on here. I went ahead and robbed quite a few things off of my TRX4 Sport to get it to where it's at now. Of course, I've got the links from it. That may change depending on where it sits. If it sits right here, it may get the Hardcore RC high clearance links. I haven't decided yet. But we also have the Boom Racing Badass drive shafts. These were on my Gen 7. Hasn't been ran in a while. Still down from the Rocktober Fun Run when I broke it on the tractor pull. So, figure I put it on here, and yeah. This is the Gen 7 transmission. This one won't be staying on just because the holes don't exactly line up, and it's kicked this way, and I want to straighten that out. Right now, this is just the mock stage, so haven't decided on which transmission I'm going to go for. I know I'm not going to go for the Stealth X again because I've already got overdrive in this. So, got to make my mind up on that. Of course, I've got the TRX4 Sport portals on here. Like I said, I've got the Traxxas overdrive. So, the Desert Lizards are still in the full droops setup. That will go to a semi-droop setup here soon. Not using the Reese Raw 500. I'm going to be going with the Smart 900 from Reese. I love that servo. It is a pretty darn good servo. I am planning on running a Mamba X2 because right now the idea is to try to set it up over here up on the chassis somehow. The batteries I use are going to sit right where it says UGRC right here, or instead of it laying flat, it's going to lay on its side. That way it's away from this right here. The sliders are going to be trimmed down because I'm planning on using the creep body. Not exactly the creep body, but the at least the cab. I looked on J Concept's website, saw they had the creep cab, so I'm planning on using that. And I want to cut these sliders down a little bit to kind of get rid of some of that width there. When I do that, this was given to me. Now, I got this chassis, I forgot to mention, got this chassis at Butte Creek. And when I got it, he gave me an extra skid here in case I wanted to mount my own transmission. I'm cool with the skid that's on it. I'm actually going to use this though. There's a little bit of flex back here, and I want to try to eliminate that a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the creep cab more than likely, so you know the cab's going to end right here. Can't necessarily put that here, it would be hitting the links, so I'm going to be putting it about right here. Hopefully when I cut it down, you know, the links, I'm going to set this up to where the links shouldn't hit this at all. But I'm going to be, I got some scribe marks where I'm going to cut this, and I'm just going to make a semi bed, I guess you could say. and that'll help get rid of some of the twists there. The other thing I'm going to be doing, I went ahead and robbed my support of the body post, clipped the centers out, and the two with the flat sides are going to go right there. That way I can just slide the cab forward, and these are going to go, of course, up front. I haven't decided which way I'm going to stick these, but yeah, these will go up front. Let's see, I mentioned the X2, of course, is getting the Fly Sky because that's what I use, and I haven't decided if I'm going to go with the, I think it's, what was it, the Three Brothers RC Kratos. It's a 10-pole in-runner motor, or if I'm going to go with another outrunner. I'm leaning heavily towards the in-runner motor, so I haven't decided which KV I'm going to go for. But yeah, this is the new build that I will be working on. I'm not going to be adding no brass to it. At least that's the goal. I want to leave the weight I want to leave the weight the way it is as much as possible. I mean, as long as I keep, as you can see, and as long as I can keep most of the weight forward, which is going to happen when the batter gets on there, the ESC, I should be good. If I gotta add some brass, we'll do that, but we're gonna see. I'm also gonna be using, of course, I'm not gonna use regular foams. I'm gonna use anti-foams, or if it all depends on which tires I get, because I've heard that certain tires aren't liking the anti-foams, so I may try a different 3D printed foam. The only real issues I've had with building this using the TRX Forge Sport stuff is the third member, or the third link up here, was actually, I think it was like 56 millimeters long, and it was entirely too short. It would not reach the holes right here, so I measured it out, and I think this is like 110 millimeters, and it sits pretty good. My axle ain't clocked forward or backwards. Back may be clocked up a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. It's not it. I mean, that drive shaft's pretty flat. I mean, it does kind of angle that, you know, does straighten out a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, I think that's going to be fine back there. The other thing I had to deal with was, I mean, when I got this, he gave me the Element, he gave me the kit that came with the Element panhard mount, and this was shifted hard to the left, and this shock was like stupidly close to, I mean, it's still a little close, but not too terribly, not like it was before. I mean, it's not even really touching anymore. When it went down, it was like hitting hard into the frame, so I had to adjust the panhard. I've got it right, the mount raised all the way up because it was hitting against the steering link here, but I had to crank the panhard bar out pretty good, and then of course I had to lengthen out the actual steering linkage here because it was getting too short. So it basically, that's where the tires were, but lengthen that out, should be good to go there. Another exciting build going on here. Can't wait. And there's so many different ways to set this up. How I had it set up originally in the back was, it was basically flipped up and as far forward, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the angles of it, so I came up to this setup and I like it a lot better. So yeah, pretty excited about this build. Can't wait to get it done. Hopefully we can get it done sometime soon, but we'll see.